What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. TGI Friday, everyone. This is NYG Jeffy T85, and I'm here with the BKN Game Recap for the Brooklyn Nets as they pull off an absolutely startling victory against the Portland Trailblazers last night in Portland, Oregon, by the score of 109-107. And there's a bunch of heroes in this game and a couple of unlikely heroes that really stepped their game up for the Brooklyn Nets, pulling off this victory against Portland. And the Nets are now 7-9 on the season, and they have a game this Sunday against the Memphis Grizzlies at home back at BarclaysCenter. But first, the one thing I will say about the Nets that I really love the most is they did such an efficient... When the Nets do this, when the Nets pass the basketball, when they get everybody involved in the game, this is where the Nets become a very difficult team to beat. Because the amount of shooters they have, because of the amount of guys that can make their own shot. The Nets, if they pass the basketball around consistently, the Nets are a very, very difficult team to beat. And that's what the Nets did last night. They passed the basketball around consistently. They had 32 assists on the game. 32. The Nets did a very good job passing the basketball and getting everybody involved in this basketball game. Everybody. And that's what you need to do. If you want to be able to win in these basketball games, you obviously need to play good defense. You need to rebound. The Nets defense, it was better than last game. But this game, we still had some moments, here and there. But at the same time, the Nets defense was a lot better, giving up only 107 points compared to when they gave up 153 a couple of nights ago against the Sacramento Kings. So the Nets defense was better this game. I'll say that. Kevin Durant, once again, like usual, Kevin Durant led the team in scoring. He had 35 points on the game, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. He did have 4 turnovers and 4 personal fouls. So Durant was a little sloppy with the basketball. I will say that. Durant does have issues sometimes turning the ball over too much. He did have a block shot in 39 minutes. He was 13 for 22, 1 for 4 from the three-point line. He got to the foul line 10 times and made 8 of them. So Durant had another efficient game shooting the basketball, and of course he led the team in shooting and scoring 35 points. Yuta Watanabe has literally been one of those spark plugs coming off the bench for the Brooklyn Nets. Yuta Watanabe has been a guy that the Nets can rely on as a good, solid, consistent bench scorer all season when this guy plays. 29 minutes in the game, he scored 20 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. He was 5 for 6 from the line, 5 for 7 from the field, 5 for 7 from three-point range. Yuta Watanabe was awesome off the bench. This guy is becoming a consistent player that the Nets can rely on. Anytime they put him in, he is a guy that the Nets can rely on to score the basketball. And that is a beautiful thing. I liked this signing when the Nets made it in the offseason. I thought it was a very good signing towards the end of the offseason. And this guy is paying huge dividends right now for this basketball team. Every single night, when you look at the box score and you look at the play on the court, Yuta Watanabe is always one of those guys that's going out there and he's giving you efficient effort every single game. I love what Watanabe is doing for this Nets team right now. Special shout out to Royce O'Neal. Royce O'Neal was the ultimate hero in this game. He had a triple-double in the game, his first of his career. 11 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. Royce O'Neal also had the game-winning putback at the end when the game was tied 107-107. Durant missed a 16-foot jump shot from mid-range, and Royce O'Neal was right there, and he put the ball back up, and he was able to get the ball put back in and win this game for the Brooklyn Nets. Royce O'Neal was awesome last night. He was efficient. He was good on the defensive end. He was all over the place on the basketball court. He was 5 for 14 from the field, 1 for 7 from the three-point line, 37 minutes, 11 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. Royce O'Neal was the ultimate hero of this game, and Royce O'Neal played the type of game. Now, of course, I don't think he's going to get a triple-double all the time. That's obviously not happening. But Royce O'Neal was the type of player that the Nets looked for when they traded for him. Royce O'Neal was great last night. Also, Nick Claxton, he didn't get it really done in the rebounding department, but Claxton, he did have a couple of steals in the game. He played in 25 minutes. He had 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. He only had 1 turnover in the game and 3 fouls. He was 5 for 8 from the field in 25 minutes. Claxton did a solid job for the Nets when he was out there. Also, Joe Harris, 15 points from the field, 4 for 8 from the three-point line, 5 for 12 from the field in 33 minutes. He also had 3 turnovers, unfortunately, but he had 4 assists and 3 rebounds. Joe Harris was better in this game, shooting the ball. Turnover-wise and personal foul-wise, he was still not great, but shooting the basketball, this was one of Joe Harris's better shooting performances. And how about Ben Simmons? This is the type of basketball game that I was waiting from Ben Simmons. He did foul out in the game, yes, he did. But Simmons only had 1 turnover in the game. He had 15 points. He had 13 rebounds. He had 7 assists. This was one of the most efficient Ben Simmons basketball games so far this year. And this is the type of performance that made the Nets confident in this kid. That he can go out there and if he can play aggressive basketball, if Ben Simmons can go out on the court and play with that aggressive mindset, this is the type of game that the Nets can get from Ben Simmons. This is what they paid for an investment. This was a small sample size of how good Ben Simmons can be. Can be. Because he was aggressive going to the basket. He was right around the rim all the time. He was throwing up shots and consistent shots out there. Like I said, he was 6 for 6 from the field. Ben Simmons was as efficient can be. And Ben Simmons had a great game last night. Easily his best game as a Net. Almost a triple-double. The Nets almost had 2 triple-doubles last night. One by Royce O'Neal and almost one by Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons was great last night. And I'm very, very, very happy about that. So I'm just going to say that right now. I thought the Nets, Ben Simmons did an excellent job from the court last night. I really did. And also, I just thought that the rebounding was better too. The Nets actually out-rebounded the Portland Trailblazers 47-39. So the Nets did the job in terms of assists, and they did the job in terms of rebounding. So I'm very happy what I saw from the Brooklyn Nets last night overall when it comes to the rebounding and when it comes to the assists. Great job by both teams. Or great job by the Nets overall. This is the type of win that hopefully can get this team going. And also, the Nets are going to get Kyrie Irving back this Sunday. So they're going to get their second leading scorer back on the court. So that's an added spark, and hopefully Kyrie Irving can blend in with the rest of this roster, and he can really help out this Nets team going forward. But obviously, big win by the Nets. Contributions all over the place to Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, Royce O'Neal, Yuta Watanabe, Joe Harris, Nick Claxton. All these guys played really well last night. And they're the reason why this Nets team pulled off this victory against Portland. When it even looked close, the Nets were able to pull off this win. So great win by the Brooklyn Nets. They have a game on Sunday against the Memphis Grizzlies where they're going to get Kyrie Irving back. So hopefully that this team can continue on their winning ways, because this is the type of performance I would like to see. Although I'd like to see better defense at times, the Nets still offensively got the job done. And kudos to the Nets for a big bounce back win against a good Portland Trailblazers team. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, updates, chatter, and game recaps surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. Turn on the bell for notifications of the next video or short that's going to be dropping on the channel surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. And let me know in the comment section what you think about this victory for the Brooklyn Nets last night in the Rose Garden against Portland. A 10-5 basketball team that was 10-4 at one point. Portland's a good basketball team, and the Nets were able to go into Portland, a very tough place to play every year, and pull off this victory. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your Friday, TGI Friday, everyone. And let's go, Brooklyn Nets. As always, it's a Nets world, and we just live in it.